Well, there we are. We are live. You're beautiful. I love your background. It's
Oh,
so
thank you.
peaceful and serene. So, yeah, I'm Carissa Patterson Martinez of Be Free and CarissaMarie.com. And I have Portia Bryant back here with me today.
Hey,
And
yes,
I'm so
good.
excited. She's got so much going on right now. And so I'm gonna let her. We're gonna before we even get into questions, because I'm gonna have to find the question. We're gonna let her get into what it is she's got going on. So Portia, what's happening?
So there are a couple of going on. One, I am in the process of uh, developing my show, Essence of Butterfly. The Essence of Butterfly is all about learning how to pay homage to the process that you've gone through in life, as opposed to being resentful over a rough patch, but understand every part of it in reference to your life's journey made you to who you are today. And it all serves a purpose. There's a purpose in your pain, and someone can learn as you are able to share. And so that's what the essence of Butterfly does, is offer a platform for people to share their message.
Okay. So how do we tune into how's the average people tune into that?
Right. So what's going to be happening? I'm thinking, I don't know exactly how television works, but you do know that you all are in this from my mouth, from the ground up, meaning that I am in the process of everything I do know sign contracts, Roku, mini TV, Apple TV, and different shows, and the show will have a series that's there, that's accessible time, 24 hours a week. And so that's how it, but before happens, I have to get all of them recorded. After the show, and it's up to the videographer, takes them to edit, and then give them, and then I sit work.
Okay. Now, well, we are having a little bit of another technical issue. It just like never, it never fails. So we're chopping up again. And so what I'm gonna do is turn my see if I turn my speaker away from me and see if that helps. Okay.
Yeah.
So you know what? I try to get on the get ahead of things and put down so people can find you. I put in the comments. I hope they can see this. If not, I'm gonna try to repost your website
Right.
so they can. What is it? What is your website?
Portia Bryant,
Okay.
P.O.A. Bryant. Bryant. But it's Portia Bryant. Uh,
All right. I'm going to put that in the comments here so people can click on that. And you have a free book in there in the blog. They
Right.
have to go to your blog and that website to get the free ebook.
Then the free ebook, let's see, what is emotional stability, how Christ, emotional stability, exactly the title, and what it does through a series of experience I had here on earth. And then it gives you an opportunity to navigate what I have coined scope process, SCE. And it gives you an opportunity how we navigate these emotions that we experience on this earth. I say emo series of emotions are, are unexpected that will traumatize, reoccurring along our life. And so
Right.
they are certain uh, something to be and something pay attention to and plan for. Because if you don't develop a plan, definitely assume you.
Yeah.
So that book opportunity, how the fight for living did it, how he scoped when in doubt, and that's a part of one of my curriculum courses for the emotions now. When in doubt,
And so people can sign up through your courses also through your website.
right, right now, already posted. So I'll be continuing courses are beneficial for people to take advantage of in management, right? One day anchor program challenges, and there's also an option to be coached by me while you're going through the 21-day anger management challenge. And the reason why it would be that course online with audio is only $97, and that's the self-run course. But if you opt to get coaching by me, a spiritual and emotional wellness coach, then you also get an angle of a Christ Coach series along with the anger management challenge. So it's a beautiful experience to see. Okay, I'm going through step by step in 21 days, doing my homework, paying attention to some things that I've been guided to pay attention. And I also have an opportunity to be coached live by a coach that's giving me coaching sessions from Christ that's taken from the Bible. So Jesus, I remember a time when I was walking by the pool of Bethesda and I saw a lady sitting by the wayside. It was apparent that he needed to be and he wanted to be healed, but he wasn't moving to do so. And so him and I asked, do you want to be healed? Now sometimes like we all experience times where we want to do, we desire to do, but we don't quite know where to get started. And it is that would like for some gentleness towards us. So in that Christ, he gives the push to practice just as gentleness at the point of the disabled man.
Okay. I'm gonna ask. Because we are. So I'm over here trying to get the technical stuff right on the download. So it appears as if I take my speakers out, that there's less feedback. But then that would mean, are you on a mic by any chance?
I am not, but is it
Okay.
is it causing a problem?
No, I think it's my speakers, not you. I was gonna say if you had a mic, we just turn your mic up really loud.
Okay.
But I don't. So hold on, let me see if I can turn our volume.
Yeah. So while that I letting everyone I've developed 45 Christ coaches, and they're all down how we should become a better version of by walking of Christ. And it's a beautiful experience because a chart has 9 fruit of the spirit horizontally at the top, and for each spirit you have 5 levels of how. Yeah.
Wow. How long have you been, because this is, I spoke to you, I think, when we first had you on, I think it was maybe March or something.
Yeah.
So have you been working on this for a while, or has it been something on your heart for some time? Like, how did you come up with this whole program? Like, what motivated you to do that?
Well, last November I was checked, and in the writing an titled it about emotion. So I thought to myself, write about, and I had already had 5 Christ stories. No, I didn't have. I only had. Remember, I had Christ coach story, and so I was motivated to the rest of so that I could formulate them, and then have to teach about emotion from a spiritual vantage.
Okay. I love it. So do you right, 'cause you're also your hands are in a lot of things and it motivates us all. It's like, okay, so what am I doing just sitting around? I know you were working with I'm not gonna say that it was a group and it was youth. Do you still do that?
In reference to rise, what I was
Yes, I right. Yep.
so you do so last year, COVID, and so that in person team seminar that would have been fifth annual seminar, but we had to go along with the annual instead
Mm-hmm.
had a virtual teen leader seminar, and that was um, and so this year, do something this I would engage with, do it in person. A lot of this popping up. Children are making cases, and for students, COVID cases haven't really been whole high school since they that vaccine 13,
Yeah.
if that's a factor, you're catching it.
It's amazing how when we look at when COVID started and looking back, I'm like, well, that was 2 years ago. And it's like everybody's lives and how we move and how we do things and how we do business change so drastically, including things like this, like how we do things. Like it's almost like a what now, where everybody's trying to figure out how do we now navigate.
Right. And
You- yeah.
because nothing is
Hmm. But what's funny, and not to get off completely, or I'm off the subject, but what's so crazy is it seems as though even without COVID being here, as far as how we move in business and how we do things like because we do things with people, for people, and we're like hands on, that has I think it would have happened anyway. I think like how we do things now, we got to figure out how to do things virtually, how to still connect with people's hearts and minds, and not necessarily be with them physically, which I have to say for me is a challenge because I'm a hands-on kind of person. So
right.
this is it's kind of crazy, but it's almost the way the world was already going to go in that direction. Think about the Jetsons. Just saying. Remember? Do you remember the Jetsons? And the skateboard
Right.
that flew through the air. We have those things. You know what I mean? Like hoverboards. But it's crazy. But I think it was all going to happen anyway, and things were going to change and evolve anyway. And we are all trying to. I think this just threw us in it quicker. You know, but for me it's a challenge because I still want to connect to people in their heart. You know what I mean? I still want to connect to their but find out how they're doing, how it's going, and I have to do it all virtual. How are you? Are you navigating that okay? How does it feel for you?
Well, I am used to being in, so
Mhm.
definitely the for me is to have groups and one uh, circle and have that one experience. But come in.
There you are.
I'm sorry, I had a phone call come in.
Oh,
I
it's
was
okay.
able to, adjust and adapt. And so,
Mhm.
and as a result, create online courses and do virtual sessions on the telephone. So I've been able to keep it moving and still offer resources and services. Yeah.
Mhm. Now, how do
Right
you?
now, I'm offering a 21 days of trusting in God. 21 days of trusting God. And it's an absolutely amazing experience. Once you go through the first 21 days, you're going to request. another 21 days because
Well, tell
you've
us about
developed such
that.
a habit.
Because you and I
Oh
talked
no, I
about
can't
that.
hear.
Can you hear me? Oh, can you hear me now?
The microphone went out.
Uh, hmm. Well, I'm going to send you a text.
Yeah, so I think she's trying to figure out about her microphone, and while she's doing that, perhaps I'll do
Yes.
a spoken word. And so with that spoken word, I'll give it to you like this. Through all the inconsistencies, God helped me to love more consistently. Furthermore, I know you know what's best for me, to give life, love, and live more compassionately. A grace extended to the sinner, proven adulterer. Crowd demanding they're behaving like the monsters of. She done wrong, stone her now. What do you say, Lord? Cannot condemn to draw my hands to graze upon the sword. So if you're perfect, just please, just cast the first stone. And remind me when you're sitting high up on the throne. A simple statement to remind the people we're all equal. Emancipation proclamation speaking we're the people. A heart story. Next. I shared my real big dreams with my family. My visions, my goals, my dreams. This is not my show. They threw me in the ditch, tried to kill the best of me. Stole my coat of many colors that my father gave me. A daily fight to believe, dream, and have no doubts. But all the while, I wanted love of a family for me. But all I needed was to believe that God believed in me. Many times I want my family to be happy. Heartbroken, found out they for me. Told me out, and that's the human refuse struggle. It was more Harriet for I was called I was called told me get that keys. It's time to fight for your dream. The dogs and this deadly day. It's a lot to down, snatch my dream. Part waters, forge ahead. Faith is better for me. You can call me young Moses. This is bigger than me. Bigger than me, bigger than me, yeah.
In trouble with my mic, but I love it.
So I can hear you now. You found out the technical difficulty and was able to create sound. Wonderful hearing your voice, Miss Charissa. Oh, you're on mute, but when you take it off of mute, then we'll hear you again. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, you know what? This is gonna sound crazy. So I thought about you as we get ready to, because I've been doing shorter segments because they only hold people's attention for so long. But I have thought about you. This is gonna sound crazy, and I can't believe I'm putting it out here. So do you remember? You remember the show The Golden Girls?
Yes.
Okay, and I think about how talented you are. You're a lyricist. That's how I see it. You know what I'm saying? You can speak the spoken word. You can rap. You can sing. And so I was wondering. Don't laugh too hard. Uh, so that theme song, The Golden Girls. One day I caught myself singing it in the shower. Thank you for being a friend.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? It will be so cool to sing that song with friends in a roundabout. So, like we would, what somebody would start it off, and then someone would continue to sing the next verse, and then they would all appear on the video until we're all singing it together.
I love that.
Is that crazy or tacky?
That
You can
is
tell me.
it. And I part of that.
Yeah.
You look.
I,
What I'm going to do is I'm going to pass. Thank you.
huh?
You're supposed to say the next.
Oh shoot! You put me on the spot.
All right.
Okay.
For being a friend.
Traveled round the road and back again. I don't know the words.
And your heart.
You're a pal and a confidant.
So we'll get right there because I don't know, I do know that if you party, I threw an invite everyone to, oh, you threw an invite to, you would see the big would be from an inside part would thank you for
I love it. Oh, what a way to go out. I think we ought to get on that, Portia. That would be fun.
yes,
And I think it's just what people need. It's so basic of a phrase. It's so basic of a phrase and so needed
yes.
because we all put on the brave front, but we all need friends
Yeah.
sometimes. You know?
I just made about that and shared it and put it on the page. And it was on the when one
No, come back.
um,
Portia's frozen.
oh no. All right, I see Miss Carissa is frozen from my end,
We're
and the
frozen.
clock is still running, so we're
Yeah.
still on the air.
Okay, I'm gonna
Thank
do
you,
this.
everyone, for tuning in.
Thank you. So, am I still frozen on your end?
No,
Okay, all I did was click my camera off and on. It was crazy. You were frozen on my end too, and I'm like, oh no. Yes. So I think I had a good time. I'm glad we did this.
yes,
I'm glad we did this.
in spite of it, that closing that on the show, uh, one host asked, and I call her name. I mean, how are you? And with a smile, I'm okay. And then breath, she started, tears down her face, and host reached to grab, and she was allowed a moment to cry. So you never. The point is that you never know what someone is going through. Make sure that you reach out to your sister friend just to see how she's doing, because sometimes life gets overwhelming, and it's difficult to do alone, but it is easier together. So make sure that you reach out if you feel like there is something that's way bigger than you, is over your head, and you can benefit from having a spiritual and emotional wellness coach. Reach out. I'd love to have you. Oh, you're muted, as you're muted again.
You know, I'm thinking if I mute myself, you don't echo. But then I have to remember to unmute myself.
Okay.
So see, now you're echoing and it's my fault because but I had a good time and I'm so glad we did this and I can't wait to do it again because you're always doing stuff. So I know there'll be more things to do and to talk about with you.
Definitely.
So on that note, I am going to end the broadcast, but we'll see you guys the next time. Have a good evening.
Don't forget to go to
Yes.
download
Go.
your. Let me know